I never wrote that biography, by the way. Someone did it for me. All right, could try to get through this. I've got started with 3 or 4 new ones, and then go into part of a longer set of film I'm trying to do called At My Age, which celebrates being the age I am, which isn't young. So this one's called Paper Mache Pipe Dream. Rarely, but now a time when my confidence is parchment paper thin, and the cold outside permeate within the very bones that support me, grown like an unfinished, out-of-tune symphony, showing no sympathy to the situation my dislocation is. An uninterrupted sleep disguises the constellation of my thoughts and the need to share, and be oblivious to those who skip past. It's not an urgency, but what rattles like the aging osseous matter is the superficial rainfall that tried to wash me away, as if my existence is only paper mache pipe dreams, an afterthought in the pretend hierarchy. Tomorrow, though, I shall see the sun as it's meant to be, as it's meant to do, drying out the dampness of the solitary day, and finish the notes in order as they're meant to be, in harmony, and playing loud and clear the song and melody of my reality. And this one's for the arsehole across the waters. It's called Exploding Paper Straws. There's a gulf of common sense while dense people play golf, and hell is but a short step away. Inadequate fools fool the poor that the rich know, and are better and always right in the things they do and say, despite the obvious truth, the fact they think that life is wasted on foreign youth, or of any age, or colour, female, different gender, or none. Separating things in the blender, plucking out the shards of life from between the teeth of human persistence, writing dreams of existence to satisfy the greed, and they will bleed the very soul of every decent situation. And one day the nation will wake up dead. And those that write the headline stories cower behind their column inches as the fifth one marches on. Jackboots disguise the sports shoes, suits as black as the times we live in. Cameras hang on their every word, no matter how absurd their garbled spewings sound. And MAGA hats worship the ground they contaminate, even as the relations are deported, sacked, or otherwise evaporated. The rest remain scared, unsure, rich or poor, with only conclusions that the world, well, those who care, as that loose ends need to be tied up and dumped somewhere they will never be found. How does that sound, you fascist bastards? This one's called Cobra, but a friend of mine suggested I should call it The Last Milkshake. So either way. Snake Eye Corner, rundown diner, deserted in the desert like some forgotten cameo in a wasted, shallow movie. Sharing the best years of your lives, shaded beyond the memories of the last milkshake before the sun went down. Strung up in a hangover hollow cause, negotiating your way out of negativity, and endless other shared sister cheroots. As you hang about by the cardboard boxes by the half-shut knife halfway house, and how you sit in a temporary Mexican retreat, never forgetting where you started, with the trials and tribulations of corner coke dealers, down and low, Bleecker Street, couch surfing, seems so long ago. Only some of them are gone, whilst others are scattered to the wind, bleeding in the dusty landscape, where the matching tables and rust-backed chairs share evening silhouettes with the cacti. The last stop before the next stop, which is no stop, the Amnesia Hotel. And too many forsaken neighbourhoods in the journey of your life, calculated and separated, reality with a side of pickles and endless refills with or without the sour cream, helplessly hoping that the coffee grains of uncertainty have dried out enough to vanish into nature. Gritty, goes without saying, worn out slabs is your lifestyle choice. And no one ventures too near the barbed bare wires which are safely out of reach. It's not a risk, just choices you've made. and not a post-apocalyptic nightstorm that blew away the doubts and aspiration, equal in discernment and fulfillment. Like another turn for the sultry. Not the worst place to be. At least the cheese is fresh. This one, yeah, partly in a dream. This one was actually genuinely partly written at a funeral of a neighbour. It's called The Colour of Dreams. Woke up in a cold sweat in a town I didn't know. Unfamiliar places, partially recognised names of people who they aren't. It's a shut town, shut up faces, shut up shops, twisting roads and alleyways that even Ginsberg would have a hard time with. As my one step go lightly breezing down coffee shop, whorehouse avenues where creatures in scarlet blouses start to wake me from the direction I'm heading. Hey, I know what you're up to. You want me to leave the comfort of my mindset and follow the light under the bridge? I'm not falling for that ruse. We've all been there. Now, when I can't sing and I can't play ball, and I'm not sure about traversing down this hall, it's too long for just one night, right? And haunted Ethiopian castles, if such a thing exists, reveal themselves as the fog clears, like a Grecian monastery on an island of dozens, surrounded by an ocean of jellyfish as the tourist boat offers splendid viewpoints of a memory I once had. But I don't fly. I never could. I never wanted to. Neither does the hooker who lived by the motto, life, liberty, and the pursuit of a penis. Cat bites stirring deep puzzles, wondering who let him in with his Cheshire grin and malignant looks. As I represent myself at a funeral of a neighbour, sitting in the cushioned pews not meant for 21st century backsides, and the organist plays Fairy Tale of New York. An irony missed by many, as chilly morning Christmas cards arrive in unfamiliar streets. No smells as fireflies burn, awakening face down in the pillow, remembering nothing of the things I wrote. Right, this is the start of the Act My Age, sections from Act My Age. A lot of older poems, you've never heard them before. And this first one's called Skin, and it's about me. They're all about me, basically. Skin. You just see the skin, not the one who lives within. You see the spots and scars and wrinkles, cuts, freckles and hair, without an idea who exists in there. But only look with your peripheral vision, not knowing what this septuagenarian outer shell disguises. Hope you don't mind surprises. You just don't know. I'm the happy loner in the crowd. You just don't see. I have one tattoo, that's all. A taint upon my well-worn shell, you think? I could probably walk you under the table. If it's too hilly, I'm less able, but... And this is a big but. Don't jump to any conclusions. The smooth-faced skin will it's just an illusion. I've earned the tears and bumps and gashes that creeping, crawling time surpasses. It only tells you what you see. I keep within the real me. I'm deaf, a bit blind, but I don't mind. My glasses help me read a book, and like me, you may discover that old adage, don't judge a book by its cover. Hardcover, softcover, I can be both, inside, bubbling up, troubling up, boiling still hairs. No, I'm fine in this skin. In this skin, neither thick nor thin, a human being lives within. Surface-wise, I may look fine, but underneath the muscle mass, the nerves entwine, twisting, coiling, angst and pain, inside, outside, not the same. Not the same. You just don't know. You go flux. Somewhere in my past there's a future waiting to be found, the sound of memories, some broken or littered on the ground. My head recoils at thoughts unkind, a life that happened whether you want it or not. The spot that never heals conceals many flaws and laws you never knew existed. Watch out. Well, I've caught up with you, taking you unawares as you stared into the abyss, trying to see what you might become. Long past scared. and crimes with rhymes from time still to be, awaken the dead who are yet to be born, and forlorn hopes and dreams that in the future you had, erasing time before it gets here. But the truth is, there is no journey. We're all arriving and departing at the same time. If you think, therefore you will be, as you are before, as the door to the past is the portal to the future, where sutures help to seal the wound, but some time alone heals them. You can scheme and plan and try to escape. Best is yet to come, and even Ornate Coleman knew, or he will know, that tomorrow is the question. Answer when you can, if you haven't already. Time is flux. It breathes in many places, checking you out as you check in. It will play with you, toy with you, and all the while keeping its eye on you, keeping time, dancing to the same song. And not everyone remembers the music, but I do. And I can put the needle back on the turntables. It's not sliding doors. It's not a fork in the road. It's not a choice. Is it a flashback, flash forward to another time, or the same space? The lives we lead are like tracks and fallen leaves. The glitches that appear in your reality are just ripples. No ghosts. No mysterious shadows. It's neither here nor there, nor is, was. Death isn't the song's end, just punctuation. Well, this one's called 1,000 Shades of Grey, or why Hawaiian shirts are only worn at stag nights. I was sitting in a TGI Fridays the other day. Don't judge me. The limited choice of vegan eateries in this area is poor, but it all fits with this. I passed a comment to June. There's a severe lack of individuals in this city. Her agreement was instant. Its people are monotonous regardless of race, colour, creed, and they may bleed red, but most look as if their insides are dead. Whether they're going to bingo or classes to learn another lingo, they lack invention in their style, and all the while my eyes seek colour, a journey or adventure, in guessing their intention. The city is more multicultural than the past, and each passer-by looks the same as the last. Except one, in a royal blue dress, tutu, and bright-coloured sneakers, seeing things with active peepers. She was young, preschool, I guess. And when she gets older, will she just look like the rest? Teenage girls with the latest fashion, looking like each other without obvious passion. It's what they do, I surmise. All greys and black and blue jeans and hoodies, wanting to be just like everybody, wanting to be the same. Summer floral frocks because that's all the shops stock. Revolution will not be televised. There will be no revolution. That's only Primark. I mean, what are you hiding? Why are you hiding? That you don't have to stand out from the crowd. You don't have to dress very loud. Ridiculous. That's not the answer. Not the way. Dare to be individual. That's what I say. So after all this, what is my conclusion? Is bland just an illusion, and peel back the sports band joggers and sameness? Will I see a butterfly emerge? Brightly coloured flapping wings? I have my doubt about such things. The revolution will not be streamed. There will be no revolution. There's not even Topshop now. Only Primark. I'm called 72. That's how old I am. I don't write as a young man. It's been a long time since I've been there. And if the young man should ever shout, "Hey, old man," I will smile and be happy. But I wonder how many of them will get to be the recipient of that shout. To have seen and been seen is what I have with me, and that can never be taken away. That age holds on to the recall of the young man I once was, without regrets or apologies, secrets, not lies, and some surprises along the long time past. I don't look back in anger at the stranger I once was. The difference stems from knowing, learning, mistakes along the way, decisions and some small derision, mostly in my mind. Self-confidence lacked, back then, back when. So here we are, top of the family tree, with younger roots and branches below, trying to know what they don't know yet, discovering their way to reach this age of not so young and yet not old. This one's called Conclusion of Illusion. Oh, what a fickle world the world of poetry is, pedestal so high for some and self-placed by others, looking down on those who don't offer you obsequiousness, going round and round and round, same faces, same sound, same gangs, ignoring the masses, with words that passes for being smart. They think it comes from the heart, but in reality it comes from the ego. The self-proclaimed guardians of the written word, mumbling on in the small world they live in, the slurred speech, verbal assaults, while in no ways bad, but neither as good as you think. Commonality, backslapping, same old, been there, done that. Don't you ever get bored? Fickle world of poetry is just that. It's the world, the wide, wide world. More than your street, your town, your county, your country even. More than your friends list or who you were pissed with last night. Important as that is, it's not inclusive, it's not divisive. Or is it? If you don't include. Your illusion of self sitting on the top shelf pretending you're top dog going the whole hog on your way to post of fame, among other names you should be nowhere near. I don't move in your circle. I get claustrophobic there. Not I dislike all the ingredients in that sphere. But I neither need nor want to be. I want to make that clear. Step inside. Right. Time for a couple more, I think. Yeah, one more thing. Yeah, here we go. This one is this is part of a book that was done a couple of years ago, and it's called I Bequeath. And the poems were all about bequeathing things, and I got bitter, but funny. Anyway, it's called I Bequeath. I bequeath to my mother all the lost confidence I had as a child and as a teenager, and until my midlife crisis when I bought 2 pairs of Cuban-heeled winkle-picker boots to be able to walk and hold my head up high in public. And then at 65, I learned to stand up on a stage and take command. To all the grippy passengers in over 45 years of taxi driving that waited for their 10 or 20 pence change, especially waiting staff who boasted about all the tips they made that night and then left none. Guys on big business account, those asking for a receipt for more than the fare but only paying the fare. I wrote the correct price down and then signed names like Mickey Mouse or Adolf Hitler. To you I leave the steam off my shite, the same steam I wouldn't give to the folk I know and don't like. To students, fucking students who expect to use your car as means of flitting, moving house, moving boxes and bags and pillows and dragging all their earthly belongings, and some devilish ones as well, into the taxi, expecting to just pile them up inside on the seats and floor, squeezing tight the fucking door, relocating just the next street down, just standing there, mouth agape as I'm expected to pack the boot. I bequeath to you a shopping trolley, the one you used originally to wheel your pal home with a traffic cone. I leave to those who take me for granted this plastic bag in which I've just farted, a reminder of the stench you leave after using me and getting me to believe that you appreciate my work. Instead, you were just a jerk, doing it for your own sake and making me just another step. And finally, I bequeath to my first wife, who buggered off on her daughter's 3rd birthday, taking all the cigarettes and cash and leaving our 2 kids with me that the social work tried to take. Over my dead body, I said. You get nothing, just a hole in the ground which I hope is damp and dank and full of all the darkest thing that the rest of your selfish life may share. If you're not already dead and cause such torment in your head. And again, if it were not for then, I may not be where I am right now. But still, enjoy the whole. Thank you.
Very, very wonderful. Thank you for your bow, good sir. Absolutely storming. Dearest friends, would anyone like to offer a lovely little note and